That was the night everything shattered. But let's rewind to the beginning, when the hooks of hope still held me dangling over the abyss. I grew up in the flat, unforgiving sprawl of rural Ohio, where cornfields stretched like endless yellow regrets under skies that promised blue but delivered gray. Our house was a squat ranch-style relic on the edge of Millersburg, the kind with peeling white siding and a front porch swing that creaked like old bones. Dad worked the line at the auto plant in Akron, coming home smelling of oil and overtime, his calloused hands slapping my back a little too hard, as if affection was something you had to hammer into shape. Mom waitressed at the diner downtown, her laugh a forced melody over plates of greasy hash browns, always scanning the room for tips that never quite covered the mortgage. I was their golden boy, Chase Harlan, the kid who aced AP history and dreamed of escaping to the bright lights of Chicago or New York. Football star in high school, wide receiver, fast as lightning, dodging tackles like I dodged the whispers about why I never chased skirts at prom. They called me the quiet one. But inside, I was a hurricane, loving in secret, heart pounding for the wrong boys in the locker room showers. Coming out was like pulling the pin on a grenade. It happened my freshman year at Ohio State, in a cramped dorm room that smelled of ramen and regret. I'd met Tyler at a frat party, tall, blonde, with a surfer's grin that hid the daddy issues we both shared. One stolen kiss in the shadows of the quad, and I knew I couldn't lie anymore. I drove home that weekend, hands slick on the wheel, rehearsing lines in my head like a bad monologue. They were in the kitchen when I burst in, the air thick with the scent of Mom's meatloaf. Dad at the table, nursing a Bud Light, Mom stirring gravy with that absent-minded focus she had. "I have something to tell you," I said, voice steady as I could make it. The words tumbled out. "I'm gay. I like guys. And I can't pretend anymore." Silence hit like a blackout. Dad's bottle paused mid-sip. Mom's spoon clattered against the pot. I braced for the storm. The Bible verses. The phase lectures. The door slamming in my face like every horror story I devoured on Reddit. But then Mom crossed the linoleum in 3 steps, pulling me into a hug that smelled of flour and Chanel No. 5. "Oh, honey," she whispered, her voice thick. "We love you, no matter what." Dad cleared his throat, stood up slow, and clapped a hand on my shoulder. "Not too hard this time. You're our son, Chase. That's all that matters. We'll get through this." I cried like a baby, relief flooding me warmer than any touchdown crowd. They asked questions, gentle ones about Tyler, about how long I'd known. We talked late into the night, Dad even cracking a joke about how I'd save on wedding costs. It felt like absolution, like the American dream had room for me after all. Family, acceptance, a fresh start under those same gray skies. Word spread in Millersburg like wildfire through dry grass. Aunt Linda unfriended me on Facebook, Cousin Jake stopped texting. But Mom and Dad, they doubled down. Pride stickers on the fridge, a rainbow magnet from some online shop. "We're proud of you, kiddo," Dad said at Thanksgiving, raising his glass while the extended family shifted uncomfortably in their seats. I ate it up, grateful, blind to the fine print. College flew by in a blur of lectures, late-night hookups, and that first heartbreak when Tyler ghosted me for a sorority girl. I graduated with a business degree, nothing flashy, but enough to land a junior analyst gig at a mid-tier firm in Columbus. Entry-level pay, sure, but independence tasted like freedom. My own apartment, a beat-up Honda Civic, and weekends blasting Chapel Roan while cruising the Scioto River. That's when the calls started. Subtle at first. Mom, voice laced with that diner-weary fatigue. "Your dad's plant is talking layoffs again, sweetie. Times are tough. I'd wire a couple hundred here, a few bills there. Just until things stabilize," she'd assure me. Dad chimed in once, gruff. "Appreciate it, son. Means the world." It became routine, like paying rent to my own ghost. Car payment? Check. New roof after a hailstorm? Venmoed. Grandma's medical bills when her hip gave out? I maxed my credit card, telling myself it was what family did. They were supportive, weren't they? Showing up to my birthday dinner in Columbus. Mom fussing over the cake. Dad asking about that new boyfriend, with a wink that almost felt genuine. Then came Alex. I met him at a coffee shop near work, the kind with exposed brick and overpriced lattes that screamed, trying too hard to be urban. He was sketching in a notebook, dark curls falling over wire-rimmed glasses. His button-down rolled to the elbows, revealing forearms dusted with ink from half-finished tattoos. I spilled my Americano trying to grab a napkin. Classic me. And he laughed, that low, rumbling sound that hooked me deeper than any tackle. Graceful, he teased, handing me a towel. I'm Alex. Artist by night, barista by day, keeps the rent paid. We talked for hours that afternoon, the shop emptying around us. He was from Detroit, queer as hell, with a backstory of foster homes and a mom who'd bailed when he was 12. Family's what you make it, he said, eyes crinkling. Not always blood. Our first date was at the Short North Arts Festival. Street food, live murals, the air buzzing with summer heat. He kissed me under a string of Edison bulbs, soft and sure, like he'd been waiting his whole life. We fell hard, fast. Lazy Sundays in his loft apartment, sketching each other's scars. Mine emotional, his etched in skin. He got me, saw the cracks I hid under charm and hustle. You're too good for them, Chase, he'd murmur after my late-night rants about mom's latest emergency. But hey, that's why I'm here. Work ramped up, bonuses dried, projects piled. I was pulling 60-hour weeks, but the paychecks still flowed homeward. Until the layoffs hit our firm like a freight train. Whole teams gutted, me clinging to my desk by a thread. Temporary, my boss said, but the writing was on the wall. Savings? Drained. Credit? Maxed. I stopped the transfers cold, heart pounding as I hit decline on mom's latest plea for the electric bill. The call came on a Tuesday, gray skies mirroring the knot in my gut. Chase? Honey. Mom's voice syrupy at first. We haven't heard from you. Everything okay? I swallowed hard, staring at my laptop screen, job listings blurring. Yeah, Mom. Just busy. Layoffs at work. Tightening the belt. Silence stretched, then her sigh, dramatic, like a soap opera cue. Oh, sweetie, we get it, but the bill's here. Your dad's truck needs tires and the mortgage. I can't right now. I cut in, voice cracking. I'm sorry. I'm scraping by myself. Another pause, heavier. Chase, we've been so supportive. After, everything. The family gatherings, the talks. We stood by you when others didn't. Guilt twisted like a knife. I know, and I appreciate it. But it's just, she interrupted, tone sharpening. If you can't even help your own blood, what does that say? We accepted you, Chase. Swallowed a lot to do that. And this is how you repay us. My breath hitched. What do you mean, swallowed? Dad's voice boomed in the background. Phone on speaker. Classic ambush. Son, let's be real. This gay stuff is not easy on us. Church folks talk, but we stuck it out for you. Figured you'd make it worth it. Worth it? The words landed like punches. Alex found me later that night, curled on the couch, phone dead in my lap. He didn't pry, just wrapped around me, his heartbeat steady against my chaos. They're wrong, he whispered. You're enough. Always were. But the damage festered. Texts from Mom. Passive-aggressive Bible quotes about family honor. Dad's voicemails, gruff and final. Call when you sort yourself out. Holidays, ghosted. My birthday, a card with a check for $20. Scribbled note. Use it wisely. I spiraled. Job hunting turned to bar shifts. Dignity traded for tips. Alex held the line, his sketches turning into portraits of us. Tangled limbs, shared sunsets. We're building our own thing, he'd say, fingers tracing my jaw. Love like that, it was oxygen in a drowning world. Then the real storm hit. Package arrived, FedEx, no return address. Inside photos. Me and Tyler in college, blurry shots from some party. Me and Alex at the festival, his hand on my waist. A letter, Mom's looping script. We found these. Thought you should know we're watching. For your sake. Come home, Chase. Straighten up. We can fix this. Fix this. Like I was a bent fender in Dad's shop. Rage boiled over. I drove home unannounced, tires screeching on the gravel drive. The porch light flickered as I stormed in, photos clutched like evidence. They were at the table, meatloaf again, irony's cruel joke. What the hell is this? I slammed the stack down, voice echoing off the cabinets. Mom gasped, hand to her chest. Dad rose slow, face hardening. Watch your tone, boy. You spied on me? Hired someone? For what? Blackmail. We were protecting you, Mom whimpered, tears instant. Those pictures. If they got out here in town. Protecting me? Or yourselves? I laughed, bitter. You never accepted shit. It was all conditional. The money, the show. Until I couldn't play sugar daddy anymore. Dad's face reddened. We gave you everything. A home after your choices. And yeah, we needed help. Times are hard. But you turn your back? Act like some city fairy? The slur hit like a slap. Alex's voice echoed in my head, you're enough, but doubt crept in. I'm your son, I choked. Gay or not, that's the deal. Not if you keep throwing it in our faces, Dad snarled. Go, live your life. But don't come crying when it falls apart. I left in the rain, wipers slapping rhythm like a heartbeat. Alex was waiting, arms open. We packed that night, his loft for us both, a fresh start in the city lights. Months blurred into a fragile rhythm. Alex's barista gig steadied with freelance commissions. Murals for local galleries. Portraits that captured souls in strokes of charcoal and acrylic. I landed a sales role at a tech startup in Dublin, Ohio, commute hell, but commission potential whispered promises. We turned his loft into ours. Mismatched furniture scavenged from alleys. Fairy lights strung like constellations over the bed. And a corner easel where Alex painted me sleeping, vulnerable and whole. Love deepened in the quiet moments. Mornings with coffee brewed strong. His lips brushing my temple as he murmured, morning handsome, evenings tangled in sheets, bodies mapping each other's histories. His scars from foster fights, my bruises from football fields turned emotional minefields. You're my anchor, I'd whisper, tracing the tattoo on his ribs. A compass rose, pointing true north. But family ghosts lingered. Mom's emails trickled in, guilt trips wrapped in concern. Your cousin's wedding next month. We'd love you there. With a date? Or alone? Dad's silence was louder, a void that sucked the air from rooms. I blocked the numbers, but the ache festered, a low-grade fever. Alex saw it, pulled me close after nightmares where I relived that kitchen showdown. They're the ones who lost you, he'd say, fierce. Not the other way around. We built walls. Pride parades in Columbus, hands linked defiantly. Brunches with his chosen family. A ragtag crew of queer artists and activists who'd adopted him like a stray. There was Mia, the trans sculptor with a laugh like thunder. Javier, the drag queen therapist who read my aura over mimosas. They became my lifeline. Toasts raised to fuck bloodlines. Yet doubt whispered. Late shifts left me scrolling old photos. Thanksgivings with forced smiles. Dad's rare grins over backyard BBQs. Was I the villain? Selfish for cutting ties? Alex sensed it, planned a weekend escape. Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital, where adrenaline drowned introspection. We screamed on the Millennium Force, wind whipping tears that weren't just from speed. At the top, suspended over Lake Erie, he grabbed my hand. Marry me? Not a question. A vow yelled over the roar. My yes was a whoop, the drop plunging us into freefall joy. Engagement buzzed like static electricity. We told his crew first. Cheers, hugs. Mia already sketching cake designs. I hesitated on family, but Alex pushed gentle. Closure's a gift you give yourself. The call to Mom was scripted in my head. Casual, hopeful. Big news. I started when she picked up, voice tentative after months of radio silence. Alex and I, we're getting married. Dead air. Then a sniffle. Married? Like, legally. Yeah, Mom. In Ohio now. It's real. Oh, Chase. Her tone wobbled. Relief? Dread? That's wonderful. We're happy for you. But the words landed flat like a script read wrong. When's the date? Spring. Nothing big. But we'd like you there. Both of you. Pause. Your dad. He's still processing. The pictures, it hurt us. My grip tightened on the phone. Those were private. You invaded that. We were scared for you. Deflection sharp as ever. But okay, we'll talk. Send details. Hope flickered, fragile as a match in wind. Dad's text came hours later. Heard the news. Congrats. We'll see. It was enough. Or so I lied to myself. Wedding planning became our religion. Alex's visions. Industrial chic venue in the warehouse district, wildflowers and Edison bulbs. Vows exchanged under a mural heat paint of two silhouettes against a sunset skyline. I handled logistics, caterers, invites, burying the unease in spreadsheets. Then the bomb dropped. A letter, certified mail from home. Not mom's script, lawyer letterhead. Dad's name bold at the top. Dear Mr. Harlan. Estate planning and inheritance rights. My stomach plummeted. It outlined conditional disbursements from a family trust. Grandpa's old farm money. Peanuts but symbolic. To qualify, demonstration of alignment with familial values, including financial responsibility and personal conduct conducive to family harmony. Translation: straighten up or get cut off. No mention of the wedding, just veiled threats. Recent behaviors may impact eligibility. I showed Alex, hands shaking. He read, face storming. This is bullshit. Coercion wrapped in legalese. It's them, I whispered, saying I'm not enough without the strings. We fought that night. Not each other, but the rage spilling over. Call them, he urged. End this. I did, dialing with venom. Mom answered, Dad patched in. What the fuck is this letter? No preamble. Language chase, Mom gasped. It's a threat. Cut me out unless I... What? Pretend. Dad's voice gravel. It's protection. For the legacy. You choose that lifestyle, fine. But don't expect us to fund it. Lifestyle. Laughter bubbled, hysterical. You mean loving Alex? Building a life. We accepted you, Mom interjected, voice breaking. But this marriage is a slap. Church won't bless it. Town talks. And after all we've done. Taking you back, even after the money stopped. Taking me back? The hook twisted deep. You never let me in. It was always transactions. Pride stickers for checks. Hugs for handouts. Silence, then Dad. You're twisting it. If you walk away now, before it's too late. Too late for what? Your image. I hung up, phone shattering against the wall. Alex pulled me down, held me as sobs racked. Ugly, guttural, the boy I'd buried clawing out. We canceled the lawyer consult. Burned the letter in the sink. Flames licking like judgment. But the poison spread. Wedding invites sat unsigned. Doubts crept into dreams. High tide came at the rehearsal dinner. A small affair at Mia's studio, fairy lights and takeout Thai. Laughter flowed, but I was adrift, nursing a beer, when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Video attachment. I clicked, world tilting. Me drunk, post-breakup with Tyler, making out with a stranger in a club bathroom. Grainy, time-stamped years old. Caption, think about the family, son. Call us. They dug deeper. Hired PIs? Stalked my past? Alex saw my face drain. What? I handed it over, numb. They're monsters. His jaw set. We go public. Or we ghost forever. But revenge tasted bitter. Instead, we eloped. Impromptu, courthouse steps under Columbus drizzle. Rings from a pawn shop, vows whispered fierce. Mia officiated, Javier snapping pics. I do, Alex said, eyes locked. To the man who deserves the world. Honeymoon was a road trip. Detroit to Chicago, diners and motels, hands intertwined over gear shifts. We talked futures, adopting someday, a house with a studio yard. Scars faded in the rearview. Back home, the wedding photos hit socials. Us, glowing, unapologetic. Mom's friend request pinged. Ignored. Dad's voicemail. Saw the pics. Disappointed. Doors open if you come alone. Alone. The final betrayal. I deleted the app, blocked the ghosts. Alex and I, we thrived. His mural commission landed. A queer history wall in the short north. My handprint immortalized in paint. My sales gig bloomed. Bonuses rebuilt what family drained. One night, months later, a knock echoed. Mom on the stoop. Rain-soaked. Eyes red-rimmed. No, Dad. I had to see you, she said, voice small. He doesn't know I'm here. I let her in, walls up. Coffee brewed awkward. Steam rising like unspoken sins. I'm sorry, she started, hands twisting. We were scared. Of losing you to this world. Of what it meant for us. Us, I echoed, bitter. It was always about you. Tears spilled. I know. The money. It started innocent. Then desperation. And the acceptance. God chase I tried. But Dad. The town. It broke us. Broken. The word hung, humanizing them for a flicker. You spied. Threatened. Used love like a weapon. She nodded. Wrecked. I was wrong. Seeing those photos of you happy with him, I realized. You're my son. Gay or not. Wedding or not. Alex appeared then. Silent sentinel in the doorway. She glanced, softened. He's good for you. Yeah. I said, throat tight. He is. Forgiveness? Not yet. But a crack opened, therapy cards exchanged, tentative texts. Dad? Radio silence still, but Mom's visits grew. Brunches, questions about Alex's art. Slow thaw. In the end, family wasn't blood's monopoly. It was Alex's hand in mine at gallery openings. Mia's hugs after bad days. Javier's family meetings over wine. And yeah, a sliver of Mom's redemption, fragile as new growth. We'd lost the fairy tale, but found the real story. Messy, scarred, profoundly ours. Under American skies, gray or blue, we chose each other. Every damn day. No, wait, that wasn't the end. Life's not a tidy epilogue. Especially not in the heartland where roots tangle like barbed wire. Mom's olive branch wilted fast under Dad's frost. Her visits tapered. Excuses about flu or shifts at the diner doubling. Texts grew sparse, laced with qualifiers. Tell Alex hi, but your father. Until silence reclaimed the space. I told myself it was progress. Alex believed it too, in his optimistic way, sketching wedding portraits with Mom's tentative smile added in. But doubt gnawed. Was her apology genuine, or just another performance for absolution? Work became my escape hatch. The startup exploded, acquisitions, expansions, my sales pipeline a golden vein. Commissions rolled in, enough for a down payment on a bungalow in Clintonville. Gingerbread trim, a backyard for barbecues, a spare room Alex claimed for his studio. We moved in with pizza boxes and paint cans, christening the space with laughter and lovemaking on drop cloths that smelled of turpentine and possibility. Nights we'd lie on the screened porch, fireflies winking like conspirators, his head on my chest. Remember Cedar Point? He'd murmur, fingers tracing my ring. That drop, terrifying, but worth it. Every time, I'd reply, kissing his curls. He was my constant, fierce in fights, tender in triumphs. When a big client deal closed, he surprised me with tickets to a Chapel Roan concert in Cleveland, screaming lyrics about pink ponies and reclaimed hearts till our throats ached. But the past circled like a hawk. A package arrived one crisp October afternoon. No sender, just my name in Dad's block print. Inside, a scrapbook, amateur-bound with yarn, pages yellowed. Baby photos of me in a high chair, smeared with mashed peas. Little League trophies. My high school diploma framed beside a faded pride flag magnet. Tucked in the back, a letter. Chase, I've been staring at these walls too long. Your mother left last month. Said she couldn't live the lie anymore. Said it was my fault, for the hardness, the pride. Maybe she's right. I pushed you away, thinking I was protecting the name. Harlan men don't bend, don't break. But I did. Broke us all. The money? Shame on me. I saw you succeeding, thought it was owed, like rent for the shame we carried. Church said it was sin. Town said it was scandal. I believed them over my boy. I'm sick, son. Doc says 6 months, maybe less. Liver from the bottle. No insurance left. Won't ask for cash. Just a visit? See your face one time, no strings. Tell Alex I'm sorry too. For what it's worth. Dad. The paper blurred. Ink swimming. Alex found me in the kitchen, head in hands. He read, cursed soft under his breath. Go, he said, no hesitation. Not for him. For you. The drive to Millersburg was a time warp. Cornstalks taller now. Leaves turning fire red. Radio static spitting old country tunes about regret and ramblin' men. The house looked smaller, sadder. Porch swing rotted through, siding more peel than paint. Dad answered the door in a threadbare flannel, gaunt as a ghost, eyes sunken but sharp. You came. No hug. We settled in the living room, dust motes dancing in slanted light. He poured weak coffee, hands trembling. Stories spilled halting. Layoffs that never ended. Mom's diner shifts turning to nights at a truck stop. Her leaving with a suitcase and a note. I love you, but I can't breathe here. And me? I asked, voice raw. When did the acceptance turn to this? He winced. Never turned. It was always half measure. I wanted to love you whole, but the fear choked me. Queer son in a straight world felt like failure. So I made it business. Your success for my silence. Silence now heavy. I showed him phone pics, our wedding, the bungalow, Alex's mural unveiling. His smile cracked, genuine for a beat. Proud, he muttered. Damn proud. We talked till dusk. Apologies traded like fragile china. Truths unearthed like buried bones. No miracles, no sudden pride ally, no tearful embrace. But a truce. Weekly calls, his gravel voice updating chemo rounds. My updates on commissions, Alex's gallery show. Mom surfaced weeks later, from a cousin's in Dayton. Heard about your dad, she said over coffee at a neutral Starbucks. Gaunter, but eyes clearer. I tried Chase. After the letter, I pushed him to therapy. He went once. Said it was weak. Her hand reached tentative across the table. Forgive me? Not all at once. But start. I squeezed back. Starting. Reconciliation crept slow, a Midwestern thaw. Dad's treatments dragged. We visited alternate weekends. Alex in tow the second time. Awkward at first. Small talk over Jell-O in the hospital. Dad grumbling about city food, while Alex sketched him dozing, capturing the vulnerability I'd never seen. One night, post-chemo fog, Dad pulled me aside. The truth? I knew early. The way you looked at that quarterback in Pee-wee. Didn't say 'cause I didn't know how. Feared it'd make you less. Less what? I pressed. Less mine. Voice broke. But you were always more. Marry that boy proper. Invite us. I'll wear the damn tie. Hope bloomed. Tentative. Mom RSVP'd yes to the vow renewal we'd planned. Intimate, backyard affair for our first anniversary. Alex's crew swelled the guest list. Even Javier's drag persona. Sequins sparkling under string lights. The day dawned golden. October leaves carpeting the yard like confetti. Dad arrived in a rented suit, cane thumping, Mom on his arm, reconciled, fragile. They sat front row, faces etched with a mix of awe and ache. Vows renewed under an arbor of wildflowers. I choose you, Chase Harlan Rivera, Alex said. My new hyphenated name a quiet rebellion. Through betrayals and breakthroughs. Tears tracked Dad's cheeks as we kissed. Slow, sealing. At the reception, he raised a plastic cup of punch. To family, he toasted, voice thick. The ones we mend. Not perfect. Dad's cancer won 6 months later. Peaceful at home. Mom holding one hand, mine the other. Love you, kid, he whispered, eyes clear. No conditions. Funeral was small. Town whispers hushed. A rainbow pin on his casket lapel. My choice. Mom moved closer, to a senior apartment in Columbus. Weekly dinners now, her learning Alex's recipes, laughing at Javier's stories. Grief carved deep, but so did growth. Alex and I adopted Milo, a scruffy rescue mutt, his wagging tail a daily reminder of second chances. My career peaked, VP title, keynote at a queer business summit, story shared raw. Family isn't given. It's fought for, forgiven, forged. In quiet moments, porch swing rebuilt. My gift to Mom. Milo at our feet, Alex sketching sunsets. I see it. The American patchwork. Flawed, fierce, full of light. Betrayal's scar fades. Love's ink endures. We're the truth that came out shining. Epilogues are lies we tell to wrap loose ends. But life in the Buckeye State doesn't bow to neat bows. Dad's passing left echoes. A will divvying the farm plot to me. Build something new. The note read, and Mom adrift, her diner days done, leaning on us like a vine on a trellis. She crashed our bungalow often, fussing over Milo's kibble portions, quizzing Alex on his latest canvas. Abstract swirls of blue and gold, storms turning to sky. I worried, her eyes shadowed, laughter forced. You okay, Mom? I'd ask over her famous meatloaf, now a monthly ritual. Fine, honey, just adjusting. But the wine bottle emptied faster each visit. Alex noticed first, pulling me aside post-dinner. She's spiraling. Grief's a bitch. Talk to her. I did, tentative over chamomile tea on the porch. Dad's gone. You're here. What's eating you? Tears welled, unbidden. Guilt chase. For the years I let him hurt you. For pretending acceptance when it was fear in disguise. And now, alone feels like punishment. Not alone, I said, hand over hers. We're family. Messy, but real. She nodded, wiped her face. Therapy? Like you and Alex do. We enrolled her in a grief group, queer-friendly, Columbus's hidden gem. Sessions unearthed her own buried truths. A college crush on her roommate, suppressed under Midwest mores. Dad's unspoken regrets from Vietnam flashbacks turned to bourbon. I chose silence too, she confessed one night, voice small. For peace. But it cost us. Forgiveness deepened, layered like varnish. She met Javier's full drag glory at a holiday party. Sequins and shade, her giggles turning to belly laughs. You're fabulous, she told him, earning a wink. Darling, I know. Spring brought renewal. Alex's solo exhibit, Fractured Lines. Sold out, pieces born from our saga, raw strokes of betrayal blooming into connection. I keynote again, this time with Mom in the audience, her pride pin gleaming. Post-speech, she hugged me fierce. My brave boy, but drama's not done with us. A curveball. Mia announced her transition surgery fund, and we rallied, bake sales, art auctions, our backyard a hub for the community. Amid the chaos, Alex proposed expanding. Kids? Not blood, but ours. Foster. Heart swelled. We dove in certifications, home studies, the bureaucracy, a gauntlet of paperwork and prying eyes. First placement. Twins, Jamal and Sophia, 6 years old, yanked from a neglectful aunt. Wide-eyed, wary, they arrived with garbage bags of clothes and trust issues thicker than armor. Nights were marathons. Nightmares, questions, why'd mommy leave? Sophia's thumb sucking a metronome to our exhaustion. Alex shone, bedtime stories illustrated on the fly, his patience a superpower. I stumbled, work pulling, old insecurities whispering. Not enough, like Dad said. One blow-up. Jamal caught me yelling at a stalled deal on speakerphone, face crumpling. You mad at me too? He whimpered. Guilt crushed. Alex found us later, Jamal curled in my lap. Hey, little man, he said, joining the huddle. Chase roars loud, but love's louder. We adapted. Family therapy, playdates at the park, Milo as furry therapist. Bonds knit slow. Sophia's first drawing. A crayon family with 4 stick figures and a dog. Jamal's tackle football in the yard. Me spotting like old times. Mom stepped up, surprising. Babysitting shifts. Her meatloaf a hit. Grandma's secret weapon. Never thought I'd. She trailed, watching the kids chase fireflies. But here we are. Climax crested unexpected. A custody scare. Aunt resurfaced. Clean now. Petitioning return. Court loomed. A specter of loss. We fought, lawyers, affidavits, Alex's sketches of the kids' progress as exhibits. Testimony day. I took the stand, voice steady. They came broken. We mended. That's family, not blood, not bills. Us. Judge ruled our way. Permanency hearings ahead. But hope solid. Aunt nodded from the gallery, tears mirroring ours. You were right for them. After, backyard barbecue. Crew gathered, toasts to triumphs. Mom raised her glass. To truth's out, and love that stays. Alex pulled me aside. Kids abed. Stars pricking the sky. Proud of you, husband. From hooks to home. I kissed him deep. Fireflies witnesses. All you. Years fold forward. Adoption final. Twins blooming. Jamal's art echoing Alex's. Sophia's debates mirroring my sales pitches. Mom thrives in her apartment. Dating a widower from group. Her laugh genuine again. We host Harlan's Reveris annually. Blood and chosen. Scars shared like badges. Dad's photo on the mantle, smiling faint. Forgiven, not forgotten. In this American tapestry, Ohio's heart, resilient. We wove our thread. Dramatic falls, emotional climbs, romantic anchors, humanistic grace. Betrayal's echo, faint hum. Love's roar, eternal.